It really makes it all worthwhile. My gosh, I must have spent half my life for a while there.
Hi, everyone. For millions around the world, Bob Ross was never just a painter. He was comfort. A calm, steady voice that drifted into our living rooms during stressful days, lonely nights, and quiet afternoons. With a gentle smile, slow words, and a soft brush, he made art feel safe. In less than 30 minutes, he transformed empty canvases into peaceful forests, snowy mountains, and quiet lakes, reminding us that mistakes didn't exist, only happy accidents. But behind that soothing television image was a life shaped by discipline, sacrifice, and carefully guarded secrets. And decades after his passing, one mystery refused to stay buried. 32 years later, a locked storage unit tied to Bob Ross was finally opened, and what was found inside shocked fans and changed how many people see his legacy forever. Bob Ross was born in Daytona Beach, Florida, and raised in Orlando in a working-class household. His father, Jack Ross, worked as a carpenter, while his mother, Ollie Ross, supported the family as a waitress. From an early age, Bob showed a compassion that would later define his public image. He loved animals deeply and often rescued injured wildlife: squirrels, armadillos, snakes, and even alligators. One rescued squirrel would later appear on his television show, quietly sitting on his shoulder, becoming a symbol of the gentle world Bob believed in. School never truly fit him. Bob left during the 9th grade and began working alongside his father in carpentry. During one job, a serious accident cost him part of his left index finger. For most people, that would have ended any dream of becoming an artist. For Bob, it became just another challenge to adapt to. Years later, he would still hold a palette and paint with complete control, never letting the injury slow him down. At just 18 years old, in 1961, Bob joined the United States Air Force. He trained as a medical records technician and steadily climbed the ranks, eventually becoming a master sergeant. He was stationed at Eielson Air Force Base in Alaska, a place that would quietly shape his entire artistic future. For the first time, Bob saw endless snowy mountains, frozen lakes, and untouched wilderness. Those landscapes burned themselves into his memory and would later become the heart of nearly every painting he created. Ironically, the calm man the world would come to know was once the opposite. Bob later admitted that during his military years, he was strict, loud, and demanding. The man who enforced rules, made people scrub floors, and raised his voice without hesitation. As his service came to an end, Bob made a personal promise to himself. Once he left the military, he would never raise his voice again. That vow would shape the gentle tone that later defined the joy of painting. While stationed in Alaska, Bob discovered painting through an art class at the Anchorage USO Club. He enjoyed painting, but many instructors frustrated him with abstract theories. Bob wanted practical instruction. He wanted to know how to paint a tree, not what a tree symbolized. Everything changed when he discovered the magic of oil painting, a television show hosted by German artist Bill Alexander. Alexander used the centuries-old wet-on-wet technique, allowing full landscapes to be completed in under 30 minutes. Bob obsessively studied the technique. He practiced constantly and began painting Alaskan scenes on novelty gold mining pans, selling them to tourists. To his surprise, they sold quickly. Soon, Bob realized he was making more money from painting than from the Air Force. In 1981, he retired from military service and committed fully to art. After returning to Florida, Bob trained directly under Bill Alexander and began working as a traveling instructor and sales representative for Alexander Magic Art Supplies. During one painting class in Clearwater, Florida, a woman named Annette Kowalski attended. She immediately noticed Bob's rare ability to connect with beginners. She believed he could succeed on his own and encouraged him to build something independent.
Together with her husband, Walt Kowalski, Bob and his wife pooled their savings to create Bob Ross, Inc. The early days were financially difficult. Even Bob's iconic curly hair was not a style choice. It was a money-saving decision. Perms were cheaper than frequent haircuts. Once his image appeared in the company logo, he kept the hairstyle, even though he personally disliked it. In 1982, a small television station in Virginia aired a taped pilot of Bob teaching a painting lesson. The response was overwhelming. Within 1 year, more than 60 PBS stations across the country picked up the show. In 1983, production moved to Muncie, Indiana, where PBS station WIPB gave Bob complete creative freedom. The Joy of Painting officially aired from 1983 to 1994, becoming one of the most replayed shows in television history. Bob was never paid directly by PBS. Instead, income came from instructional books, videotapes, and art supplies. Under the management of Annette and Walt Kowalski, the company grew into a business valued at nearly $15 million. Despite the success, Bob never changed. He dressed simply, spoke softly, and never judged his viewers. He always painted live, starting from a blank canvas with no sketch. His philosophy was simple. Art should feel safe. Mistakes didn't exist, only happy accidents. Behind the scenes, each episode required careful preparation. For every episode, Bob created 3 versions of the same scene. One was painted before filming as a reference, one was painted live during the episode, the third was painted afterward for instructional books. Over 403 episodes, this resulted in more than 1,000 paintings created just for the show. Over his lifetime, Bob painted an estimated 30,000 works, a number few artists in history ever reached. Bob Ross became a cultural icon whose calm voice and gentle phrases comforted viewers worldwide. Though beloved on screen, his personal life stayed private. He married 3 times and had 2 children. His son, Steve Ross, followed in his footsteps, becoming a skilled painter and certified instructor who even appeared on The Joy of Painting, reading viewer letters while Bob painted. Spiritually, Bob believed in a creator God, but followed no organized religion, often ending episodes with a quiet "God bless." Unknown to the public, he was privately battling lymphoma, a diagnosis shared only with close family. Even as his health declined, Bob continued painting and preparing future episodes, including artwork meant for season 32. On July 4, 1995, Bob Ross died at age 52 in Orlando, Florida. After his death, legal disputes transferred control of his work to Bob Ross, Inc., while his image later appeared across pop culture, including Family Guy, The Boondocks, and Deadpool 2. In 2015, Twitch Creative aired a 9-day marathon of The Joy of Painting, attracting 5.6 million viewers. Netflix, YouTube, and streaming platforms introduced Bob to a new generation. Yet one mystery remained unanswered. Where were all his original paintings? In 2019, an investigation revealed the truth. Most of Bob's original paintings are stored inside Bob Ross, Inc. headquarters in Northern Virginia, boxed, stacked, and kept away from the public. Thousands of originals, unseen, unsold, and inaccessible. A small number were donated to the Smithsonian, but the majority remained locked away. Decades after his passing, Bob Ross remains a symbol of calm in a chaotic world. A man who taught millions that creativity needs no permission, that mistakes can be beautiful, and that peace can be created one brushstroke at a time. But behind the happy little trees, his legacy is still debated. Should his paintings be shared with the world that loved him, or protected forever behind closed doors? Share your thoughts in the comments, like this video, and don't forget to subscribe for more untold stories. Thanks for watching.